Breaking Barcelona news, full update. Barcelona are at the center of massive developments both in sporting strategy and tactical evolution. From Hansi Flick's shock admiration for Real Madrid star David Alaba, to a brewing transfer battle with Los Blancos for Manchester United wonderkid Kobbie Mainoo, the Catalan club is making headlines everywhere. But that's not all. Barça fans are buzzing after Lamine Yamal delivered a masterclass in a brand new role, sparking excitement about Flick's potential tactical revolution. And to top it off, Barcelona have just made historic La Liga headlines by fielding their youngest starting 11 in 95 years. In today's video we break down Flick's secret admiration for Alaba, Barcelona and Real Madrid fighting for Kobbie Mainoo, Lamine Yamal's new attacking midfield role analysis, the truth behind Barca's youngest 11 since 1930, what it all means for the club's future. Stay tuned, this is your full mega update on everything happening at FC Barcelona. Barcelona boss would welcome Real Madrid veteran as his new Íñigo Martínez, report. A surprising internal revelation has emerged from Defensa Central, claiming that Barcelona manager Hansi Flick is a longtime admirer of Real Madrid defender David Alaba. In fact, he has even suggested within the club that, if the Austrian were physically reliable, he would be an ideal signing to replicate the tactical value currently offered by Íñigo Martínez in Barca's system. This admiration, however, comes with heavy realism. Inside Barcelona, there is a clear understanding that Alaba's fitness issues have become impossible to ignore. His ongoing struggle to cope with the physical demands of playing every 3 days is now widely seen as the decisive reason why Real Madrid have chosen not to renew his contract. What was once considered a world-class investment has gradually turned into a difficult physical management case for Los Blancos. Alaba is certain to leave. Despite this, Alaba's reputation across the global football market remains intact. Several clubs are closely monitoring his situation, particularly from Saudi Arabia and Major League Soccer in the United States. Off destinations are reportedly willing to offer financially powerful contracts, giving the defender an opportunity to continue his career in a less intense environment where the physical toll would be significantly reduced. It is now widely expected that Alaba will leave Real Madrid at the end of the current season. His immediate focus remains fully competitive, with the FIFA World Cup with Austria at the center of his short-term ambitions. Only once that campaign concludes will concrete negotiations regarding his next club begin. For Barcelona, the situation is now purely theoretical. Flick's admiration is professional, not practical. The club is fully aware that signing a defender with Alaba's recent injury record would be an unacceptable sporting risk, regardless of quality. His future now points away from elite European competition, and the coming months will determine whether he chooses sporting comfort, financial favorability, or one final attempt at top-level football. Real Madrid and Barcelona set for transfer battle over out-of-favor Man United prodigy. A fresh transfer tug-of-war is quietly taking shape, with Real Madrid and FC Barcelona both tracking the future of Manchester United midfielder Kobbie Mainoo, reports Fishages. The young English talent has found opportunities limited this season, and with January fast approaching, the possibility of a temporary move is becoming increasingly realistic. That scenario has placed the two Spanish giants on high alert. Mainoo is at a critical stage of his development. Having already shown flashes of potential, the midfielder is now seeking a platform where he can play regularly, gain rhythm and continue his tactical growth. Limited minutes at Manchester United have slowed his momentum, prompting serious discussions about a short-term exit that would allow him to regain consistency while remaining under the English club's long-term plans. A fit for Real Madrid? For Real Madrid, the situation fits perfectly into an already clear recruitment strategy. The club has spent recent seasons targeting high-upside young players who can grow into future starters. With the midfield slowly transitioning beyond its golden era, Madrid see Mainoo as a player whose profile aligns with their long-term vision. Barcelona, meanwhile, are watching the situation just as closely. Despite their reliance on youth, the Catalan giants remain short of depth in key midfield areas. Mainoo is viewed internally as an opportunity to strengthen their rotation with a player who can contribute immediately while also developing into a major asset. What about Manchester United? Manchester United, for their part, are open to a loan move if it guarantees meaningful playing time. The club still rates Mainoo highly and sees him as part of their future. However, the current competitive landscape within the squad has restricted his chances, and a temporary exit is increasingly being seen as the best solution for both the player and the club. Real Madrid may hold a small edge due to their recent success with developing young players within a stable structure that allows gradual adaptation. Ultimately, Mainoo's priorities will play a decisive role. He is understood to be weighing several factors carefully, from guaranteed minutes and tactical fit to the overall stability of each project. Most important tactical discovery: fans go wild over Lamine Yamal's masterclass in new role. It may still be too early to draw firm conclusions, but Hansi Flick's decision to deploy Lamine Yamal as an attacking midfielder against Real Betis could prove to be one of the most defining tactical moments of Barcelona's season. Whether this was a one-off tactical adjustment or the first sign of a long-term positional evolution remains to be seen. What is clear, however, is that Flick is already daring to reshape the role of Barca's most exciting young star. Until now, Lamine Yamal has built his reputation as a devastating left-footed winger on the right flank, stretching defenses with pace, flair, and one-on-one ability far beyond his years. At just 18, he has already become a reference point in Barcelona's attack. Moving him into more central areas represents a significant shift, not only tactically, but also in how the club envisions his long-term development. Crucially, Flick has not fully removed Yamal from the wing. Instead, he has begun easing him into central zones, placing him closer to the goal while reducing some of his defensive responsibilities. On the flank, a winger is constantly forced to track back when the fullback advances. In central areas, Yamal can conserve energy, receive the ball in more dangerous positions, and influence the game with greater consistency in the final third. The change is far from definitive. Barcelona already possess natural attacking midfielders in Dani Olmo and Fermin Lopez, both of whom are performing at a very high level. Displacing either would be difficult on merit alone. Yet Flick's thinking appears broader. He is not seeking to replace anyone immediately. He is expanding the team's tactical toolbox, and that in itself is a powerful asset for a side competing on multiple fronts. Hansi Flick makes Barcelona history with youngest playing 11 in 95 years. Barcelona's thrilling 5-3 victory over Real Betis was memorable not only for the 8-goal spectacle but also for a historic decision made by Hansi Flick before a ball was even kicked. According to Mundo Deportivo, the German coach selected the youngest starting 11 in Barcelona's La Liga history over the last 95 years. The average age of Barca's starting lineup for the matchday was just 23.34 years, a figure that had not been recorded in competitive league football at the club since December 28, 1930, when Barcelona faced Racing Santander. On that distant occasion, the average age stood at 23.09 years. For nearly a century, Barca had never again entrusted such a youthful group with the responsibility of leading a La Liga fixture at this level. A detailed look. What made Flick's decision even more striking was the statistical breakdown of the team, as 9 of the 11 starters were aged 25 or younger. Only Jules Koundé, aged 27, and Marcus Rashford, aged 28, were over that threshold, with the English forward standing as the oldest player in the lineup despite still being under 30. At the heart of this youthful revolution were Lamine Yamal and Pau Cubarsí, both just 18 years old, leading a new generation that is being trusted at the highest level. They were supported by Rooney Bargi, 20, Alejandro Balde, 22, and Pedri, 23, whose maturity on the ball often disguises how young he still is. Gerard Martin, also 23, added further balance, while Eric Garcia and Joan Garcia, both 24, formed part of the spine. Ferran Torres, at 25, completed the group of players still in the club's core youth bracket. This unprecedented statistic does not include the 1984 match against Zaragoza, when Barcelona's average age was just 20.69 years. That fixture is excluded from official records because the club was forced to field academy players due to a strike by senior professionals, making it a special case rather than a sporting benchmark. What a moment in Barcelona's season. Transfer surprises, tactical innovations, and historic milestones all colliding at once. Hansi Flick's bold trust in youth, his experimental use of Lamine Yamal in central areas, and the club's interest in future talents like Kobbie Mainoo show exactly where this project is heading. A faster, younger, more dynamic Barcelona. At the same time, Flick's admiration for David Alaba, even if unrealistic, highlights the type of tactical intelligence he wants in his defensive line. And with the youngest lineup in 95 years, it's clear, Barcelona's new era is already underway. Let us know in the comments. Should Barca try to beat Real Madrid for Kobbie Mainoo? Is Lamine Yamal even more dangerous as an attacking midfielder? Are we witnessing the birth of a new golden generation? Don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more Barca updates, and turn on notifications so you never miss breaking news.